For the 51st problem on this first ACT practice test, if the ratio of x to y is equal to 5 to 2, and the ratio of y to z is equal to 3 to 2, what is the ratio of x to z? So with ratios, you can think of them simply as fractions. So we can rewrite this first equation here. Instead of writing x to y, I can just write x over y, and this is equal to 5 over 2. And then I can do the same thing for the second equation. So I have y to z is equal to 3 to 2. And from here, I have two equations now, and eventually I want to figure out what the ratio of x to z is. So somehow we have to figure out how to relate x and z to each other. And you might notice the common theme between these two equations is that they each contain y. So what we can do is solve for y in each of these equations and then set them equal to each other. So let's do that. Over here, solving for y, first I'll multiply each side by y and by 2, so that I get 2x is equal to 5y. And then over here, I'll do something similar. I'll multiply each side of this equation by 2 and by z, so that I get 2y is equal to 3z. So on this left-hand equation, what I'll do is divide each side by 5, so that I get y is equal to 2x divided by 5. And on the right side equation, I'll just divide each side by 2, so that I get y is equal to 3z over 2. And now since each equation is set equal to y, then we can conclude that they would be equal to each other. So in essence, I have that 2x divided by 5 is equal to 3z divided by 2. Now, if you recall, the original question was asking for the ratio of x to z. So again, you can think of this ratio of x to z as just x divided by z. So if we can get the left-hand side essentially just equal to this x over z, then whatever the right-hand side would be the ratio of x to z. So to do that, we'll have to multiply each side by 5. So I'll do it one step at a time so that we don't get lost. So multiplying everything by 5, we have that 2x is equal to 15z over 2. And then I want to divide everything by z, so that we're left with 2x over z is equal to 15 over 2. And then with one final step, we can divide everything by 2, so that what we end up with over here is x over z is equal to 15 divided by 4 now. So what we figured out is that the ratio of x to z is just 15 to 4. And now going back up to our answer choices, you can see that choice letter E is the correct option.